introduce the all-new 722 and 729 oral and dental surgery chairs.
So top room here, we are excited to
Developed over years of analysis and customer feedback, they offer next-generation patient access using the MTI's ComfortSync arm system, which provides the ultimate access to the patient. Chair features multiple patents pending and up to 6 of MTI's current patents. So to our distribution partners and end users, you can be assured that you are using top-of-the-line technology, design, and manufacturing with MTI. These chairs are 22 inches wide and identical in every way, except for the 722 features a contour leg rest, while the 729 features a power knee brake. The power knee brake of the 729 is perpendicular to the floor, which is completely out of the way. Most competitive power leg rest chairs, the leg rest is not perpendicular to the floor and remains out 20 to 30 degrees, which completely mitigates the reason for a power leg rest in the first place. MTI's power leg rest perpendicularity to the floor allows the patient's feet to be firmly on the floor, enabling the surgical team to assist the patient ergonomically and safely out of the chair, while supporting the well-being of the surgical team and the patient. I'm going to have them sit in the 722 here. The 722's ComfortSync arm system and the 729's arm system allows for unmatched access to the patient by providing 4 to 10 inches of extra space, working space, compared to other models of chairs. The arms float or compensate as the back moves up and down. And as I move the patient up and down here, you'll notice that the patient's arm is not moving as the chair moves through its positions. There's no more adjusting the arms during surgery, sliding them on rails, readjusting them, forgetting to move them out afterwards. The arms compensate for you. They move congruently with the patient's arm. The arm also comes standard with dual arm straps. It's a medical grade silicone. They're easy to clean, removable, and adjustable, helping the patients feel safe and secure during procedures. The arm has a nice contour to it, capturing the patient's arm, allowing the patient to feel safe and secure during the procedures. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how the arms lock now. So the arms lock on both sides of the chair in the inward direction, reducing any confusion with arms that operate identically to each other. The arms are also removable for easy access for special transfers such as a wheelchair transfer or to insert the transfer support for ADA compliance. They also are only inserted one way on the chair and only on one side of the chair. So there's no confusion on the direction they need to go in or which side of the chair they need to go in. And one of my favorite things about the arms is the arms will support a patient's weight of up to 150 pounds. So there is no more worrying about arms slipping as a patient enters the chair or exits the chair, or overcoming the arm mechanism during a surgery. The arms won't slip on you. You'll also notice that we have dual style IV surgery arms. The arms are so adjustable and comfortable, though, they dual as an IV arm and as a patient arm. There's no more variation in how the arms work. There's no more complexity. They both operate exactly the same. With these new arms, they come standard with the arm straps. There's actually 2 positions where you can mount it to, and thanks for sitting down for me. You can either come from the lower back post and wrap around the front like this and tighten it, okay? If you want to more lock in the wrist, we can move the strap to the front mount right here. And so now it's on the front wrap, and it allows me to capture the wrist a lot better when you do that. And so now that patient's wrist, when you try to pull back on it, it won't allow that arm to slide backwards. So let's just say the arm lock ends up there and you don't want it there because you want to stand right there. Well, with our arm, it's locked, it's in the lock position. All you do is pull down on this handle right here and then rotate it wherever you want that to end up. And wherever you leave it is where it should always remain for the future times you lock and unlock the chair. If it ever gets out of the way, you just pull down, rotate it where you want it to go, and release it. To explain how arms typically are on surgery chairs in this market, they either mount to some seat rails along the seat section here, and they're adjusted and they kind of come up like this, and they're great for getting access to the patient. But as soon as that backrest moves backwards, the arm doesn't move and the patient falls away from the arm, and the arm has to be readjusted every time that backrest moves. It also points towards the backrest, so if someone forgets to move the armrest out of the way and hits the return button, the backrest will collide with the arm, damaging the chair and the arm. That's one way that the arms typically mount. Also, the other way they mount is back here at the back of the chair. They mount in this area or even come from this area here, which just prevents so much access to the patient. Our ComfortSync arms are out of the way, and give you all this room to stand and work. And so as that chair moves backwards, the patient's not needing to get arms readjusted. You're not needing to move them, and you've got all this room to stand now at the oral cavity, and you've got great access to it. You're not leaning over an arm for the rest of your life, and your assistant's not doing the same thing on the other side of the chair. Another real big benefit of these arms is how, if there is a need for a CPR to be performed, the arms actually go through a rotation where they won't be flat as the chair goes flat, because we don't want the patient's arms to be locked down like this, strapped in an emergency situation when you have to do CPR. These arms will actually come back up, and so the patient's in a comfortable position and not strapped down, and now you can perform CPR safely on the chair. And by the way, these chairs are all steel frame construction. There is no concern about performing CPR on either of these chairs. Let's talk about the controls now. The chair is standard with dual side-mounted easy view switches, providing all the access and adjustability to the chair that the foot control has. Foot control is also standard. Both the foot and hand control are a sealed membrane, allowing for easy cleaning. The dual controls on the backrest allow for quick and easy patient positioning. So no more looking around for the foot control. You have easy access up here. The foot control also has an option that you can get a mount for, that you can just easily remove the foot control off of it, but you can place it on the mount to have the foot control out of the way during procedures. The chairs have a standard option of either a deep oval headrest or a prosthetic headrest. And you'll often get times where the surgeons like one or the other, or you have surgeries that you want one over the other. And MTI made that easy for you. Simply release the headrest lock mechanism, remove the one headrest, and install your other headrest. It's that simple to switch over headrest on these chairs. The 729 not only does it have a power leg rest, but it also extends outward automatically as the leg rest comes up. So I'm going to hit a program button here and let it come up. And you'll notice that as it's coming up, it's also extending outward. That can all be programmed. And then if you had a patient that's really tall and you're like, well, I need to get it even further out, there's buttons on both sides of the leg rest that can position this even further out. And that can be memorized too in a memory position, so you can keep doing that. Another real big advantage of doing that is it's all automatic. There's no manual adjustments or manually flipping out or grabbing things and extending them. It's all automatic. So when I hit the return, this is automatic and go back in. It might stop to pull that leg rest in for a second before it will hit the ground. That's our safety. That's part of our smart safety technology. And then as soon as it's safe, it's going to start returning the rest of the way down. But you don't have to touch it. You just press the button. It's safe for you, safe for the patient, and you're not having to lean over to grab things and flip things out. So in 2018, MTI released its second generation chairs. It's first of its second generation chairs. We often call these our G2 chairs. The 722 and 729 are built on this G2 technology platform, allowing these designs to be proven in the market for many years now. And these chairs provide all the same features that our other G2 chairs provide, such as ADA compliance, 4 program buttons, programmable home, ADA compliant home, smart safe technology, and more. You heard me mention ADA compliance. If you're not aware, recently HHS and DOJ have adopted the U.S. Access Board's 2017 standards for medical diagnostic equipment. Chairs, examination and patient chairs fall into that category, and there are certain requirements that the chairs have to have. These chairs both meet those ADA requirements. On the side of the customer, they are supposed to have 10% of every facility location that use an exam chair, 10% of their rooms need an ADA compliant examination chair. And both these chairs fill all of the regulations needed for ADA compliance. Both these chairs, again, are Generation 2 chairs, and they both support a 725-pound patient. It's not a lifting capacity, it is a patient capacity. Another major focus in the development of these products was to make it easy to sell and to buy. The 721 chair had up to 10 questions a customer had to answer and figure out what they wanted in order to know which chair and configuration they wanted of it. With these two chairs, all the customer has to decide is, do I want a contour leg rest or do I want a power leg rest? Which headrest do I want and which color do I want? So decide on the chair and the upholstery kit, and that's it. The chairs are also offered in a seamless and designer upholstery in 18 colors. We also had, in this design, we had a major focus was cost of it. And we invested heavily in reducing the cost to provide chairs at exceptional prices, even with all the new technology and features and dual IV arms. And some of the best news, the 729 will cost customers $1,750 less than the previous power leg rest chair. So to quickly recap the benefits, we have unrivaled patient access with our comfort arms, fewer obstructions, more freedom to maneuver, promoting the ergonomic well-being and long-term health of the entire surgical team and the patient. Additional access controls lets a team to choose their preferred way to adjust a chair on the fly, effortlessly at their fingertips or with their foot control. They're also safer and more ergonomic chairs for the entire surgical team and the patient.